Okay, we're back. I got the pieces cut. We're going to screw it together. So I want to show you this real quick. When you're drilling for these screws, you need a pilot bit. I'm standing behind the phone to try to film through, so bear with me on that. Now, to determine what size pilot bit you need to be able to just cover the shaft of the screw, but you should still see threads on either side. That way the screw have something to grab, but you're leaving a hole for the center shaft. That'll stop the wood from splitting, or at least, completely just splitting open in half on you. You're taking the stress off the wood by using a pilot bit to drill your holes. Okay, so next question. Well, where do we drill the holes? All right, I got an answer for that too. So what we have here, I've already drew the markup, obviously, because I built these already, of the beds. On the top is a 2x4x12, and then the bottom is a 2x4 by 16. No, is that right? Am I looking at? Yeah, 16. So with the 12-inch bed, you want the little stakes that go on the ground to be 16 inches. And with the 16-inch bed, you want the stakes to be 20 inches. And all this is doing because I live in Georgia. I live at the foothills of the Appalachian Mountains. There's no such thing as flat ground where I live. So you need to be able to try to get your box in as, as semi-level as possible. I wouldn't try to worry about being perfectly level, because if you do, you're going to have large gaps at the bottom, and you're going to constantly lose soil that way. So you want to try to avoid losing all your soil. And I've got it laid out, the screw holes laid out where they need to be for how they lay out. Obviously, this pattern follows the shape of the box. So this is your 2-foot section here, and this is your layout for your screws. Come down from the top 1.5 inches. And then for the second hole, come down 4 inches. And this is for the 2-foot section. On the 4-foot section, you want to come down just 1 inch to the first hole and come down 4.5 inches from the top to the second hole. And this is what that looks like. So that you're just screwing right into the anchors. I call them anchors. And if you wanted to drill your anchors out separately, which what I'm going to do, I'm going to put mine together and drill them out all as one. But if you wanted to drill yours out separately, I got the measurements for that too. I'm going to try to post this page. I'm hands-on. So doing stuff on the computer, that part is like, I'm still learning that part, because, I'm blue collar, man. I'm not white collar. I ain't sit behind a desk my whole life. I'm blue collar. I've actually went hands-on. I actually draw the blueprints and put it together, Yeah, I know enough about engineering to make my basic designs, but I'm not educated as no engineer. Just, I grew up in that area. That this is what the tool we had. This is the tool we had, and this is the tool I'm going to use. All right, so let's put it together. I don't know how long it's going to take, but rock with me. And as you can see, what I did on these, I just came up an inch and then use a miter to cut 90-degree angles or 45-degree angles, and just do all 4 sides. That way, when you go to nail it in, it goes straight down. If you only do 2 sides or try to get away with 1 side, it's gonna walk. It's gonna walk away from you. So it's best to just do all four sides. That way it goes straight down. Wherever you put it, it's going straight in the ground right there. Just make this easy, stack these together and get them drawn out. And I know I got more tools than what I started off with. I got my fingers too to hold them in place. These are my secondary hands to help me work. Just half down. I didn't show this. Let me show you this. So we do have two separate measurements, right? So from the top down, we have the measurements from the top down, like 1.5 inches, and then 4 inch for the 2 foot section, right? But from the edge over, you want to go on the 2 foot section to make the center. You want to go 5/8 inch, and on the 4 foot section to make center, you want to go from the edge 1 5/16 inch. That's because it's going to kind of overlap. The 2 foot section is they're gonna butt right up. I'll show you once I finish. I'll show you how the edges are gonna bolt right up. And this is these are your measurements from the edge over to place your screws, and the measurements that's drawn actually on the board are from the top going down to your screw holes. So 5/8. Inch and a half. And 4 inches. Same thing on this side, 5/8. Inch and a half down, 4 inches. All right, that's one. And we just have to do the same thing for all of them. Go 5/8. Half. 4 inches. Down 1.5 inches. 4 inches. This one marked out 5/8. I'm gonna go ahead and mark this one too. 5/8. And then 1.5 inches, 4 inches, 1.5 inches. Yeah, we'll get it from the wrong side. 1.5 inches, 4 inches. All right, same process. 5/8. Come down 1.5 inches and 4 inches. All right, there we go. All right, the next step is to line these up and screw them on. You can use your square to make sure that you have everything lined up. Repeat the process on this side. Make sure you get everything lined up. Now when I first start this, I just get this snug so that it can move, so that I can adjust it to where I need it to make sure it's lined up. Grab my pilot hose.